Hey guys, Marsengan here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so it seems that we may now have information on the upcoming Dokkan Fest exclusive that we're all expecting to release on the 1st of April. That's been the case for the last couple of years in a row. You know, sometimes each year the celebrations are like a day or two out, but this one usually comes out on the 1st and is usually referred to as the April Fool's Dokkan Fest, even though it's not meant to be like, you know, a joke unit as we often get sometimes as part of those celebrations. But either way, we've been waiting for any kind of official news or teaser for this unit. We talked about on stream earlier today the fact that if this unit is coming out on the 1st, which is a Tuesday for me, we would usually see a teaser or something on Twitter probably around Sunday morning my time, so late Saturday if you're in the US. But of course we have, just like with the Kid Goku situation that I covered when this happened, you know, just before Saiyan Day, I seriously, somebody known within the community on Twitter, will post a GIF of a character just before they end up being revealed as the next release. And I talked about this in the Kid Goku video. This is a person that's been doing this for quite some time now in regards to Global. I don't know how they get the information that they do. Someone commented on the previous video saying that potentially they actually work for like Global Dokkan in some aspect, because it was only ever information on Global that they were able to get, right? So we would find out when sometimes, you know, we were behind JP, sometimes we would get characters come out in a different order. Obviously there were the odd occasions where we would get a Global first. Those are the only times that I seriously would post these leaks, only specifically for Global. So obviously now with the games being synced, if he's still able to get this information only on the Global side, it still applies to JP and to the game as a whole, because now the release schedule is synced. And obviously, as we reported in that previous video, he tweeted out a GIF of the Kid Goku in the blue gi, like from the very beginning of Dragon Ball, just before it was revealed that Kid Goku was going to be the Dokkan Fest for Saiyan Day. So as you can see, not long ago, within the last hour, I tweeted a GIF here, just says hello, and there is Perfect Cell. So it seems like Perfect Cell is going to be the Dokkan Fest. I have been saying since the anniversary came to an end, we got the EX part and got Diamond Vegeta, then we got Kid Goku for Saiyan Day. Obviously, I was really looking forward to the potential of this April Dokkan Fest being an extreme character, because we really need an extreme 220 leader to start seeing some of these other characters on the extreme side get a little bit more potential. So the interesting thing is, if we switch over to the wiki here and take a look at Cell, obviously we've got the couple of different cells that we could get, all of his different forms. The GIF is of a perfect cell, so I'm going to assume that the unit is a perfect cell. It could be a transforming unit, could start off as first form Cell, could even start off as second form Cell for all we know. And then of course when it comes to Perfect Cell, he actually has the two different versions, which I believe are supposed to be based around obviously when he's in his perfect form, and then after he revives, after the whole Bye Guys Goku incident, he self-destructs and then revives from the single cell and then teleports back to Earth, often referred to as like Super Perfect Cell. But in the game they have different names, right? There's either Cell brackets Perfect Form, or we have one that's just called Perfect Cell. I believe the Perfect Cell one is supposed to be the final one, like the Super Perfect Cell. And when it comes to these guys, like the last ones we had release, when it comes to these named units, we've obviously got the Int LR, who is technically both, right? He starts off as Cell Perfect Form, and then once you get his evolution thing, right, you start the turn 40% or less HP. He then has the animation where he spits out the 18, self-destructs, and then revives into Perfect Cell. And then he's got that different naming thing where he's just called Perfect Cell. This guy, of course, was one of the units that got the pre-anniversary little special boost, which made him a little bit better, a little bit more usable again for a little while before the anniversary. But then obviously that went away when the anniversary started, so he went back to being, unfortunately, just kind of a old forgotten unit. We did get, of course, the Tech Perfect Cell, Super Extreme Z Awakening during the anniversary, and this guy is very, very good. He has a very similar kit to the Int Buhan, who is an absolute monster. So I do think it would be good if the new cell is just the Cell Brackets Perfect Form, right? Because then he can link with this guy. And if he's like a super good slot 1 unit, that would be good. This guy against super class enemies can actually slot 1 sometimes, not in every situation. But if the new cell was Cell Brackets Perfect Form and was a really, really good slot 1 unit, then this guy on rotation with him in slot 2, that would be an absolute monster rotation. And then, of course, you know, we have the AGL cell, who, as we've already mentioned, like he starts off as first form cell, transforms to second form, then to perfect form, and then of course he actually also has the rage mode where he becomes the giant like buff cell. I don't know if it's too soon for this guy to get an easy A. I mean, he's a 2022 unit. I think at least one 2022 unit has gotten an easy A already, and obviously that would open the door for the STR Goku and Gohan to get an easy A as well. This guy would definitely be a hype choice to be like the Dokkan Fest exclusive easy A for that celebration. If we take a look at the other cells, I mean, there's that banner unit second form cell that supports Android / Cell Saga extreme characters. That would be really good for him to get an easy A as like a banner unit. The older units, obviously, we've got the Prime Battle cell. I mean, they did the Goku first. It makes sense they would probably do the Frieza as the next one. But imagine if this guy became the next like free-to-play super easy A. But I suppose he easy A'd quite late down the line when it came to like the free-to-play LRs. So probably not as likely. The random 60% support, these guys basically never come back, so I can't expect anything to do with him for this celebration. LRs have only just started getting super easy A's, like summonable ones, so I don't think we would see like the Cell and Cell Juniors get a super easy A. Obviously they're a uniquely named version of Cell. It'd be kind of interesting if it was like a reversible exchange, like Cell plus Cell Juniors. That would be weird, but kind of interesting. I don't think reversible exchange is something that they're just going to throw out on every single new release now, though. So we're basically looking at either Perfect Cell or Cell Brackets Perfect Form, which I think would be ideal, because this guy's the transformation. In terms of an actual standalone Cell Perfect Form, the LR, the Int one, was the last one released that actually starts off like in-game turn 1 on your team as Cell Brackets Perfect Form, and he's essentially unusable now. There's the Tech World Tournament support unit, and he's okay, but now that we've had the anniversary power creep, he's probably at that point of being unusable now as well, to be honest. So yeah, a new Cell, definitely very, very interesting. When we take a look at this guy and his categories, because that's the big thing, right? We want an Extreme 220 leader. Now, depending on which version it is, because this guy, where's the version who, have we got a Cell Brackets Perfect Form anywhere? Because yeah, this guy, if he's not the actual like perfect Cell, if he just goes up to being this guy before the self-destruct, it means he's not on Resurrected Warriors, which I'm going to assume it's going to be this guy to go with the Tech Easy A Cell, but you never know, it could be either or. I mean, the Resurrected Warriors is not the craziest lead for an extreme character anyway, so this guy, androids obviously could be something that could get a big buff. There's a lot of android Easy A's that could be really good. Time Travelers, funnily enough, the AGL Bardock with his recently getting his LR Awakening is a Time Travelers support unit, but obviously he needs to be run with superclass characters. Artificial Life Forms is pretty good for like the babies and characters and stuff like that we could get new versions of. Android / Cell Saga is definitely not a great option, I don't think. But things like Sworn Enemies has all the cells, all the boos, all the freezers. That would be really good. Worldwide Chaos has the cells, the boos, has the Goku Black and Zamasu characters. Obviously Target Goku is largely similar to androids, but has some other characters on there. So Cell could have a pretty good combination for an Extreme 220 lead. Something like Sworn Enemies maybe being one of the 170s. Transformation Boost, of course, is a good one. But Sworn Enemies being one of his 170s, and then him giving the plus 50% to like Artificial Life Forms, androids, because that would cover all the boos and all the androids if he had Sworn Enemies as a 170 and then Artificial Life Forms and androids as part of his plus 50. So Cell definitely could be a good lead for having an actual nice meta relevant 220 extreme team. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. You know, regardless of thoughts on I Seriously, we covered the Kid Goku post. Kid Goku was the Saiyan Day unit. I think there's only been one instance in the last like 5 to 6 years that I can remember of him getting a thing wrong with a prediction for a future unit, and he kind of explained that as being that he got that information from a different source that he normally gets it from, that he thought was trustworthy, and it turned out there was somebody just looking for clout or something. So he has not used that person as a source ever since, and essentially since that time, every other time that he's posted a GIF for like an upcoming character, it has been correct. So obviously you never know at the end of the day with Dokkan. Can't really ever say anything with 100% certainty, but given the previous experiences, obviously the whole Kid Goku for Saiyan Day thing, seems very likely that that is the case now, that Cell is going to be the April Dokkan Fest. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Are you hyped for Cell as a choice? What would you like to see for him as a leader skill? Let me know all your thoughts down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.